I've had a couple clients ask me lately about setting up a labor code so that the weld size is dynamic. So, say for example, I've got a plate. Say I want to put a Y code on it, but I don't want it just to default to the quarter inch weld. I want it to look at the thickness and then determine the weld size to put on there. So, say I want it to be, if I've got a half-inch thick material, I want it to uh, reduce that thickness by an eighth, and that's the weld size I want on it. So I would get a 3/8 fillet weld on it. And that is doable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go build that formula first. So I'm going to kind of modify this one. So I'm going to go to formula maintenance. Let me go find that full pin manual at the length. Let me find it here. Not full pin, excuse me. Fillet weld manual at quarter inch times length. I'm just finding one that's similar so I can just modify it. So when I hit new, I've got the same thing here, but I'm just going to modify it. So I don't want this quarter inch thickness. I'm going to edit thickness formula, get rid of that quarter inch there, and I'm going to say, okay, let's get the thickness. Whoops. Thickness minus 0.125 inches and say okay, and that's along the length. So I'm just going to say add, and so now I've got a new formula that I can add into a labor code. So if I create this labor code, I'm just going to say Y1 for lack of something better. I'll just describe it as welded around the side, dynamic weld, whatever, right? However you want to describe it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these fillet welds here that are quarter inch. And if I go down here to the bottom, there is my new labor code that is it's going to reduce the fillet weld down to 1/8 less than the thickness of the material. So if I go to an estimate now, I'll just add one real quick here and just let's go save. Let me put in a plate. Let's go new. And let's just stick with the half inch. We'll say 6 inches by, let's say 9 inches or something like that. Put a Y1 on it in this time. So I'm going to say add. And if I double click on that and take a look at it, we should see that my fillet weld now is 3/8 of an inch instead of being quarter inch or a half inch or whatever. I've put that formula in there so that it takes the thickness of the material, which was my half inch, minus an eighth of an inch, and I've got a 3/8 fillet weld now. So there's one way to do this. And if you got any questions on this, then just let me know.